you fantasy football players. Welcome to the Week 7 predictions. Coming to you live from the Fantasy Football headquarters, I'm Robbie Swayze. This is Dave Ferris.
Yeah, Robbie, in a special Friday night bye-week edition brought to you by Jim Beam. Jim Beam putting quality recaps and comments on YouTube all season long and assisting in bad decisions for over centuries.
Enough banter. Let's get right down to it. Let's go to game one.
So the first game we've got is Sauter versus Dave. Sauter just coming off an embarrassing loss where he made the strategic decision to bench RG3. Ends up losing by a little over 30 points. RG3, meanwhile, scores 38 on his bench. I look for Sauter to send a message to his fans, to his city, to his franchise, and saying, hey, we're going to try to win. I'm going to go ahead and start the best player in the league. RG3's got over 150 points this year, just been stellar. Dave's got 4 players on bye, 4 starters. Just smells like trap game for Dave, and in the end I like Sauter in the mild upset by 7.
All right, I'm not sure which way that game's going to go, but I agree with you. RG3 is the pivotal player here, and as RG3 goes, Sauter's team will go as well.
Next game we've got Robbie versus Mark.
Me versus Mark. Any other week, I would say this would be a tough battle, but I'm kind of eating the bye week blues this week. Mark's coming off a big Thursday night, 18 points from his defense. He's the hottest team in the league. I don't think I have it here, but you know what? Here's the skinny. I'm a brand new man. I got a brand new team. I'm one savvy GM. Been whining and dining, bamboozling other teams by stealing their players. And you better keep your teenage daughter on lockdown because I may be coming after her. But with that being said, I'm going to go with the reverse jinx. I'm going to take Mark by 14.
Yeah, and Robbie, I got to agree with you. I am going to take Mark as well, but it's not for that interesting philosophy. It's because Mark is a hot team right now. Mark's the better team right now. He's got 3 consecutive weeks with over 100 points. He's just getting quality production. I mean, Sean Green, for Christ's sake, gave him 35 points last week. He's just getting it from all sides. I do like your sexy new team name, Team Roadhouse. I like your new roster. But in the end, Mark's hot. Mark's going to win this game.
That's fair. All right, let's go to the next matchup. It's Waylon and our neighbor to the north.
Yeah, Waylon versus Kevin, and Waylon is the epitome of the bye week jinx. He's got 5 starters on bye this week. He made a couple moves this week to fill those spots. He's got Eli starting. Kevin's going to parade out his league 18th best quarterback in the league, number 1 in his heart, Cam Newton, along with the clown of the group of degenerates that he throws out there. ESPN likes 109 to 108 on this game, and that's a lot of points, Robbie, on paper. In real life, I agree. Both teams will score over 100 points in this one, but I like Waylon to win for this simple reason. Waylon's got 5 of his regular starters not playing. He's 1-5 when they play. If they're not playing, I like him to win.
Fair enough. It's interesting, bold prediction to say it's going to be high scoring and Waylon winning with, the trend that Kevin keeps other team points scored down very low.
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to add that last week I'm pretty sure that his team had leather helmets and they ran the Flying V. I'm not sure they had air in the ball. I mean, come on, let's get it together. Next game we've got Nick versus Strack.
Nick versus Strack. I have a special note about this game. Let's take a look at that. Looks like it says here it's going to be a snooze fest. There's absolutely nothing to see here. Nick's team is going against the grain. He has absolutely no bye players this week. But with that being said, he's playing a lot of second stringers, no-namers, and rookies. So I just think Strack rolls. I'm going to say 20 or more.
Yeah, I got to take Strack in this as well. Strack's just a solid team. I got to question his strategy a little bit, starting Baltimore's defense against the Texans, and then also I'm going to go ahead and start Foster and possibly Johnson as well. I think what he's looking for is the following things to happen. The Ravens score 4 or 5 touchdowns on special teams. Schaub throws a couple picks, but is still able to throw. Johnson catches 100 yards and Foster runs for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns in a 75-50 shootout. If all those things happen, I like Strack to win. I still like Strack to win, but I question the strategy there. On a side note, our investigative reporter has informed us that when Nick's team came to the stadium, there was a 2.5-hour delay. Security actually carded each one of his players to make sure that they were indeed NFL players.
You got to love that inside information. All right, let's go to the next game. A couple of bottom of the barrel teams in the league. We have John Leck versus Matt Brandenburg.
Yeah, not too exciting, and I got to be honest, I'm going to give it the same effort because I am a true professional in what I do. But you got Leck is actually going to memo out to the league, attempt to score from the running back 2 slot finally in week 7, which means that Peyton Hillis in a very active waiver wire league will be watching from his couch like you and I. Brandenburg's got 4 players out on bye. We're talking Tony Gonzalez, Julio Jones, Jamal Charles. Man, it's a good matchup for him aside from that. And to try to get your first win with all those players on bye, I got to go with Leck to get a second win in a row.
2 wins in a row. That's pretty solid. Do you see this being a streak, maybe 3 or more?
I do. I do see Leck winning 3 or more. Do I see Leck in the playoffs? No, I don't.
All right, that's fair.
Next game we've got Kyle versus Brent, and it's our game of the week.
Like David said, this is the game of the week. Kyle versus Brent is interesting matchup. Kyle is 5-1. He's premier player in the league. And then you got Brent, who got a hot start, kind of fell off. He's back to 500 now. Made that blockbuster trade with me. He's got Forte coming back from the bye to see how this trade is going to work out for him. Well, Brent, I'm here to tell you how it's going to work out. Sunday afternoon, you're going to be watching the Chicago Bears game, and you're going to be enjoying it until you see Michael Bush vulturing several touchdowns from Matt Forte. Then you're going to go into what I call the deep fantasy depression that I went into. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I like Kyle in this one. A.J. Green is just too much. He's been just amazing every week with no letdown. Tom Brady has just been, after week 2, he's given him 30 points a week. It's just been insanity there. I like his lineup top to bottom. I look at Brent's lineup, and Jordy Nelson's been great. He's been just a surprise for him as a number 3 receiver for the Packers. He did pick up Wes Welker. It's going to be good for him. But he did give away Ray Rice for Matt Forte, and judging by my roster with Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall, the Bears are going to pass in the red zone. And if they don't, it's going to Michael Bush. Forte is just not going to do it for you this week. In the end, I like Kyle big.
Fair enough. What do you think about Kyle stealing a page out of Strack's book, playing 2 key players and the opposing defense?
Yeah, I can't believe that it's happened. 2 players doing this in the same week, 2 owners. Is it an oversight? I don't know, but did he listen to Strack? In the end, I think you just don't model your life after Strack, and you just don't listen to him.
I gotta agree, but you kind of gotta think maybe Kyle still has that butt cut mentality, hoping those players in the defense can split the points right down the middle. In the end, Kyle by 8 is the prediction.
And that's a quality comment, Rob.
Well, why don't we wrap this up?
I just want to say good luck to all you fantasy degenerate owners. And remember, if you're winning, it's fantasy football. If you're losing, it's fake.